cast as Lucy, my reaction was, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to play a mean person because I've only ever been cast as like really peppy sidekicks. So I was really excited to be able to be mean to people, which is weird, but yeah.
When I found out that I got into the cast of 13, I kind of started screaming and jumping up and down and telling my parents, but at first I tricked them and I was like, oh, the news isn't too good. And then they were like, oh, what did you do? And I'm like, I got into 13! I started freaking out. So I was really, really happy. And they told me that the neighbors were gonna hear me, so to be quiet.
So when I was cast for 13, I was pretty excited and also a little worried, but happy.
When I was cast for 13, I started jumping up and down, screaming yes, over and over again.
So when I got the phone call to say that I was in 13, I was in the shower, and so I went and I just turned off the shower, got my towel, and like dripping wet, just like listened to the phone call, and he was like, do you want to be Patrice? I was like trying to be calm. I was like, yeah, totally, but it was one of my first big roles in the community, so I was really happy.
When I was cast in 13, I was excited to be part of the show.
When I auditioned for 13, I first auditioned like I really wanted the role of Evan, but there was a lot of guys, so it was intimidating. And then I cracked during my song, so I started crying afterwards and thought I was never going to get a call back, and I cried for days. And then I got the call back, and I started crying of joy that time. And then I went to the call back, and I was like, I have to do this, I have to rock it out. And then it was me and John in the final room, and I thought it got really exciting. And it was anxious. There were so many girls because we were reading with them. And then I got the call a couple days later, and I just started jumping up and down and like crying. I was so happy. It was really awesome.
When I was cast for 13, I was at the creek with my mom, and we were walking across the water, and then she got a voicemail from Laura saying that I had been cast in the ensemble, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited. And my mom said that, you know, it's ensemble, you know, it's not that. And I was like, oh yeah, but it's still the play, you know. So, you know, yeah, I was really excited.
When I was cast in 13, I started screaming, and I ran to my parents and told them, and I started jumping up and down, and I was really happy. When I was cast in 13, the day before, I was really depressed because I thought I wouldn't have a show to do over the holidays, and it would be like the end of a 7-year run of doing that. And then I got an email really late, and I was like, yay, and then I stopped being depressed. So yeah.
When I was cast in 13, it was actually, I found out when I was at my best friend's house. She helped me practice for the audition, and I got the call, and I flipped out. I was rolling on the ground, so excited. And I just couldn't wait for the first rehearsal, which was in like 2 hours.
When I was cast in 13, I was really happy. To be honest, so many people who auditioned were great, and I didn't think I would get in, but I did, so now I'm happy that I just get to be working with everyone, and they're really nice, so I was really happy, and can't wait to see you at the show.
When I was cast in 13, I got the call when I was going to my friend's birthday party, and I was really, really excited and really shocked. And then when I hung up the phone for a good 5 minutes, I was like, oh my god, what if they called the wrong person? They probably didn't call me. And then when I showed up, I was like so nervous that they like called the wrong person, but I'm so happy to be a part of this, and I love everyone in it. It's such an amazing opportunity.
When I was cast in 13, I got an email, and my mom told me right when I was waking up, and I was really excited to be a part of this because it's really fun.
When I was cast in 13, I jumped for joy, and I remember I was called on the phone. And I was about to go to lacrosse practice, so it was a really good practice that day.
When I was cast in 13, my first reaction was, well, I was really excited, but on the outside, I was really chill and calm. I was like, oh, thank you. And my mom was like, get excited. But I was like, I'm really tired, so I'm just gonna go to sleep now.
When I was cast in 13, I was in the middle of a store, and I started like getting really excited in the store, and everyone thought I was really weird, but I was really excited, so that was a good day.